fluff it gently.
All right, all this rice we're making has me a little hungry.
Me too. Hey everybody, I'm in the test kitchen today with my teammate Kate Shannon, and we're going to talk about cooking rice. Rice is the perfect base or side for countless dishes, and it's super simple for a home cook to make.
The two most common ways of making rice are a rice cooker and a large saucepan.
We're going to look at our winning rice cooker by aroma and our winning saucepan by All-Clad. Now Kate did the rice cooker testing, I did the saucepan testing. This is going to get interesting.
All right, let's get into it. First up, the rice cooker.
Let's talk about how we tested these to get to the winner here.
Yes, so I tested 5 different models of rice cookers. I made white rice, brown rice, I made small batches, large batches. In each one, I would cook the rice and then call all of our teammates down and we'd sample it and decide if the rice was acceptable.
You really want like intact, tender, uniformly cooked, a little bit al dente, like not totally mushy. If you want long grain white rice, it has to be fluffy and separate. If it's sushi rice, it should be sticky. You want the consistency to be correct, the flavor to be not altered in any way.
Even though they're only making rice, it's kind of their only job, some of them were surprisingly bad. One rice cooker made really wet, soggy, blown out rice. Other models were super hard to clean, which was really annoying. So ultimately this one beat out the other 4, and it was kind of amazing because it's only about $30. The other models we tested were almost 200.
If you thought you couldn't afford a rice cooker, you can. And if you thought you didn't need one, you kind of do if you make rice more than once or twice a month. I mean, honestly, it's so great to have. Why don't you tell us how to use it?
Yep, so rice cookers are super easy to use, but you do need to learn what to do. So first, let's just go over what you get in the box. This is a rice paddle to stir the rice after it cooks. Then you get this little steamer basket, which is pretty cool because it means that you can cook fish or veggies, whatever you want on top of the rice. Then the most important thing with your rice cooker is this little scoop.
Yeah, never lose that scoop.
No, don't lose it, hold on to it, because this ensures that you get the perfect ratio of rice to water, so your rice turns out just right. You fill this up, level it off, and that counts as 1 scoop. Once the rice is in there, you'll add water to the corresponding line.
Yeah, so this pot is made of aluminum. It has a non-stick interior coating. And then there's little guidelines on the side here that basically say, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do up to 4 cups of uncooked rice.
Right. So I like to rinse my rice in a strainer before I cook it.
I do that too, the little shimmy shimmy.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're just looking to see if the water that's coming out is cloudy, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Just, a couple of rinses.
Yep. Okay, so I put in 2 cups of rice. So looking for that 2 line.
Okay,
cool.
And that's all you have to do. Just drop this guy in. And then we're gonna close it and
Power. And we're gonna do white rice.
white rice, that was it. And we are like in business. We can go do something else and we'll have rice. Now this one has the flash rice button that makes it go a little fast, right?
It does, and we were super impressed by it. We did some side-by-side taste tests, and the flash rice was just as good as the regular rice.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't just make it all flash. Like,
Yeah.
If you can go faster, go faster. But maybe the low and slow way is better. Okay, so we've got about 35 minutes to wait for this rice to be done. So let's take a look at the saucepan method. Okay, so this is our favorite large saucepan by All-Clad. It's the D3 stainless line. It's fully clad. It's 2 sheets of stainless steel sandwiched around a layer of aluminum, and they're pressed together, and then the whole pan is formed. So it's not thicker on the bottom and thinner on the sides or any of those crazy things. It heats very evenly, which is important with rice because you want to simmer it for a long time, and you don't want the temperature going up and down.
And I remember this testing. How many models did you do to pick this one as the favorite?
10 models of saucepans. This one is nice because the handle and the lid handle are made of solid stainless, which means they don't transmit heat very rapidly, and they stay cooler on the stovetop. So for a long time, this handle will never heat up, and you can still grab it with your hands. I'm constantly burning myself on other saucepans. It's not cheap, but it's really worth it. This pan will last a lifetime. We're gonna make rice in it today, but it's good for everything. And we like a 4-quart size because you can boil things over very easily in a too small pan. That's, I think, one of the things that happens to people when they have a lot of boilovers is they're kind of cram stuff in a tiny pan. Give yourself a
Right.
little room. So we're gonna make some rice.
Okay, let's do it.
In this case, it's 2 cups of rice, 3 cups of water. All right. You want to bring it to a boil. The lid is super important. Don't let anyone come in and check your rice in progress or stir it. Don't let anyone else do it. Just stand by the stove and say no when they go over there and say, what are we having? No!
You'll find out later. Don't.
And then what you're basically going to do is turn it way down so it's just simmering. If you don't turn it down enough, you can get scorching on the bottom.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can overcook it.
Yep, and so this is where the rice cooker is really handy, because here, if you're not careful, if your heat's up too high, if you didn't really carefully measure your water like we did earlier,
Right.
if you have too little in there, scorched rice again.
Yeah, the hands-off aspect of this is nice. This is hands-on, but you don't need anything special. The same saucepan you cook other things in can be used for rice. Just starting to come to a
Yep.
little bit of a boil, the edges. I'm gonna put the cover on because I don't want to lose any of that water. No one can open that now. It's sealed.
Closed.
So our rice is now cooking in the saucepan. It's on a very, very low simmer. It's got to cook for 15 minutes, and then it sits for another
10 minutes.
10 minutes off the heat. You don't uncover it. Just letting that heat and the steam distribute through and make that rice perfect. It comes out to about the same amount of time as the rice cooker. Ooh, pretty.
Yeah,
Okay, so it looks good.
it does. It looks perfect.
Just really quick, we're gonna make some stovetop seared scallops and sauteed spinach, and we have our rice. It'll be very easy.
Super easy. So the scallops and the spinach are all set. Now let's get the rice. Still looks good.
This stayed hot. As you can tell, the rice came out beautifully either way. We love the rice cooker. If you make rice more than once or twice a month, treat yourself to a rice cooker. It's so easy. You set it, you forget it, keeps it nice and hot, ready when you are. If you make rice only a couple times a year, maybe the saucepan is the best choice for you because you can use it for so many other things.
Well, the rice cooker may have kept our rice hot, but it is cooling off now. So I think it's time that we eat. Cheers.
For more information on the rice cookers, the saucepans, and the other equipment we tested, check out the links below.
If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.